What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video talking about NBA Top Shot. So in this one, we're going to be talking about how I'm collecting. I'm still collecting on Top Shot. Some people might say I'm a fudder or someone that hates on Top Shot, but I just try to keep it real, with the tweets and my videos and just talk about what I want to talk about it. So sometimes I guess it is negative stuff, but honestly, they've done a lot of stuff pretty bad, but they've done some cool stuff as well, and I still think in the long term it could be a cool project, and it's just fun to collect stuff. And at this point, I don't really care if I'm losing a little bit of money because you can't lose that much, and I haven't put new money in since the beginning of February 2021, which is a different story. I've put actually a couple $100 maybe after that since then, but it's not like I have a big investment, and everything I buy is with Dapper Balance anyways, not putting in new cash, but still collecting stuff. So I'm going to talk about that in this video. I did talk a little bit about my collecting strategy and all that like a month or two ago on Tandy Time, so check out that episode. I'll link that down below. That's also a good show to subscribe to, and you should subscribe to my channel as well. But also follow me on Twitter. Sometimes I tweet some funny things about Top Shot. Talked about how I missed the old challenge speculation, TST, myself, Fleo, Jeb Bush. Those were the glory days when people were speculating on what the challenges are going to be and all that. But of course, they just rolled out you need half the hustle and show moments. No wild cards or anything. And my DeAndre Jordan video from the Denver parade, which I was at in person and took this video, didn't get much love, but cool video. So definitely follow me on Twitter. That'll be linked down below as well. And also check out my last video. It talks about the great unlocking and all that. Also sign up for So Rare if you haven't. That'll be linked in there as well. So a lot of links that I just spit off. But let's get into some of my collecting strategies. So the first thing that I like to collect right now, it's going to be rookies. And there's a ton of just cheap rookies out there. It's pretty insane. Obviously everything's pretty cheap on the platform now. But some of the ones that I'm going for, and again, these are players that I like that I think are kind of underrated, undervalued, that I think could be good in the future. I'm not saying these are good prices because obviously prices fluctuate mostly towards the negative side. So I'm not saying these are good buys right now, but just based on other prices and things, stuff that I'm going after and been collecting. So Christian Braun, getting him at $1, just throwing $1 offers on this moment. Sometimes you'll get one out of 8,000, but sometimes you don't randomly get one out of 2,500 or 4,000 on an offer, sending out $1 offer for that. This one is a 4 Badger, and out of 16K is just so many, but I mean already 1,700 burned. You never know, in a year from now you could have 4,000 of these burned and 10,000 plus, 20,000 plus people on Top Shot. Who knows? That are going to want this, and this one could be, $5-10, but that's just speculation, obviously not advice. The other one that I was upset that they made a 16K, I think I tweeted something about it, was Johnny Davis. I thought his debut was going to be the legendary, but so many people hate Johnny Davis. I don't really know why. He had a really good end of the season the last month or so when he actually played. And I scooped up 2 of these for $1. When the explosion one out of 500 comes out, I'm going to be trying to get as many as I can of those for $5. I like him as a player, and he just didn't really get a chance last year. I don't know what the Wizards were doing, but obviously Beal's gone, Kuzma's going to be gone, Porzingis just got traded. Like, who do they have left? I actually like Johnny Davis and Denny Advia, but Davis, I wish they had a 4K that came in around like $10. I seriously would have bought at least 10 of them because I think he has the potential to be a better player than some of these 4K rookies. Like, just looking at Series 4, some 4Ks, I think he could be better than Keegan Murray, even though I'm a Kings fan. I think he could be better than Jalen Williams. I think he could be better than Shaedon Sharpe. Let's see if we filter by high to low and rookie debut. Honestly, I think he can be better than Walker Kessler, maybe even Jaden Ivey, better than Jabari Smith Jr., better than Sohan. And those guys are all $20 plus. I actually like Jalen Duran as well. I think he should be up around the same price as these guys. Not saying it's a good buy at 11 because you never know. All these guys could go under 11 at any point. I think Beauchamp is a good one. I didn't know he was this low. But the other thing, collecting, I'm throwing offers out. I'm not buying at this level. For like Beauchamp, I'd probably throw a $7 offer, maybe $6 offer, and then just wait. See if someone comes up, in this summer, even if it's a month or two away. I mean, I'm going after all these guys. It's so cheap. Jaden Hardy right here out of 2,500, whatever this parallel is called, $1. I might just buy that right now, honestly. So just added that one. It's the 2,500 one. What's it called? Vortex. I'm adding these 16K guys for $1, throwing out dollar offers. It's the only way I'm buying them, unless their explosions come out. I can get them for $5, maybe even $6. I'm going there. That brings me into the next thing. I like the explosions. A lot of people don't like parallels. I think at some point these have to be worth something because they're obviously only 500 of this specific one, even though it's a parallel of another one. It just is way too low of a mint count. I was scooping up a ton for $3. I guess there still are a lot for $3, but I was getting good players. If you could scroll down, Herbert Jones I think is pretty good. Kevin Porter Jr. I think is solid. And obviously I own those ones. There's just a ton of them out now because I guess every base has one. But I have a bunch of the explosions. I have a bunch of better players too, but it's going to take me a while to scroll through and actually find them. I guess I could go to my collection, but Beal right now is just $3 as well. And do you know what I've seen people do with the explosions is sweep the floor. So I had a Wesley Matthews. It's up to $8, but someone was sweeping the Bucks floor of explosions, which is pretty easy to do. I think you just got to buy, 5 or 10 of each player, and you could do that for like $100. And they boosted these moments up. I think I sold my Wes Matthews for $12, so that's another thing that can happen with these. And then another thing that I think is just going to be collectible in Top Shot is Series 1. Obviously, it's not a hot take, but some of the deals in Series 1, you could throw offers on these for $3, maybe $4, and get some debuts. You could get a Dinwiddie out of 2,700. A ton of really good players here. Probably you can get for under $10 on offers. Chris Middleton for $6 right now. So I have a good amount of Series 1 now that they're so cheap. Also like cheap rares. You can get them for under $10 now. Some lower minted cheap rares like Jeremy Grant out of 7049. Pretty low mint, honestly, compared to Throwdown at 1,800 or Throwdown at 888 or some of the All-Star Game stuff at a 2021. 741 Jeremy Grant, 140 are burned. If you can get that for $7-8, I would be throwing an offer out. I like that. I'm not saying those are good buys again, but just saying a lower minted rare I would rather have than like something out of 1,800, especially Grant is a better player, and I think Metallic Gold's probably a more sought after set. I also want to get my first legendary moment. Looking at these now, $150 is the cheapest one on the market. I would look here and see if there's been any sales here under 100. So 125 is the most recent. Honestly, these might start going for under 100, then I'm probably going to jump in, but not saying it's a good buy, but I just want to get my hands on at least one legendary just to say I have a legendary moment. And then the other thing I'm doing is sets, for some set rewards. I think they're going to be better set rewards than we saw last year for locking up your sets. Going after the Hustle and Show one. The only guy I need now is Cole Anthony on his Hustle and Show. It's down to $4. I have a $3 offer out. Should be able to get that pretty soon. Last two sales were at $3, so I just got to wait for someone to take my offer. I still got a couple days. But going after the sets, and that brings me to consolidating my account. So like what they did with the Hustle and Show, trading in so many moments. I traded in over 100 moments of just 60Ks and then 8K commons from Series 4 that had really low Top Shot score, and getting, moments out of 2,500. Also, I pulled some pretty cool rookies in those as well. If we look at my account, I got a Johnny Davis in there, which I liked. in the Hustle and Show pack. I got a Kai Jones out of 9. I also got 2 other Kai Jones that I sold for, I forget how much he was going for, like almost 15 bucks. I got a Baldwin, I got a Agbaji, another Agbaji out of 2,500. So you can get some good things. Ty Washington out of 1,000. Another Johnny Davis. I got a Mark Williams out of 4,000. And then an S1 I just recently bought here, DiVincenzo. Another moment that I think is really cool is this Jaren Jackson, where he's accepting the Defensive Player of the Year award. Got this for $1. Think it's worth it. Out of 3,400, but I think like 800 or something are already burned, and it's just cool him accepting the award in the beginning. I think is just a cool moment. So I'm going after stuff I think is cool too, especially when they're $1. It's just, it's kind of silly that it's that cheap. It's just like you don't even really have to think about it. Next thing I'm going to do here, send out some $1 offers for Fox and Sabonis. Like I said I was going to do to get this Kings playoff set because I'm a Kings fan. And, for $1 each, it's like no-brainer for me at least to have something that I think's one of the things I actually have wanted to collect the most on Top Shot is some Kings stuff. First time in the playoffs, and I forget it was like 16 years or something that I don't want to think about, but I think it's cool to have these first playoff moments of the Kings here too. Just wanted to talk really quickly about how I'm getting Dapper Balance to collect more stuff and not put new money in. If I pull something that I don't really like or want or think could go up in value, I'm going to be selling it. Some examples, the Kai Jones that I talked about. I don't really want 3 Kai Jones, and saw the price and I was like, all right, can make 30 bucks. Also, I played the AI Sports. I played probably like 3 or 4 days per week during the regular season, so not even every day. Made like almost 200 bucks on that. Moment Ranks probably made over 100 bucks. I want to give away here and there for some small moments that commonly I just sold them off for another 50 bucks. So there's ways to make some money to get Dapper Balance to collect. You don't have to put new money in like I'm doing. All right, well, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Let me know what you guys think about the video, what you're collecting, if you're still collecting or if you're not. Some of these prices are pretty crazy, so let me know what you think. Also, check out my last video about the unlocking. Sign up for So Rare, follow me on Twitter, all that. I'll catch you guys in the next one.